This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First, we have some breaking news to tell you about. Our media partners at WGME in Portland are reporting that police are on the scene of a shooting at New Hampshire State Hospital in Concord. They say there are multiple victims and they have a crew en route to the scene. Meanwhile, they're also reporting the suspect is confirmed to be dead. Now, we'll bring you any additional updates as we get them.
And in the meantime, the man accused of murdering 34-year-old Tyler Robinson of Augusta was arraigned in Kennebec County Court today. 34-year-old Andrew Redmond appeared in person for his arraignment. Redmond was previously arrested on September 12th in Mississippi after allegedly trying to elude police. According to court documents, Redmond and 3 other men allegedly lured Robinson to 8 Shovelhead Lane in Augusta to beat him up and scare him. The documents say that they tried to force Robinson out of his vehicle at gunpoint, and when Robinson fled, Redmond allegedly got on his ATV and continued after him, shooting him.
I'm going to go forward then and take your plea. In CR 231620, you are charged by indictment and count 1 with intentional or knowing murder. How do you plead to that charge? The defendant has entered a not guilty plea.
Now, if Redmond is found guilty, he would face a minimum sentence of 25 years and a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Several organizations rallied at the State House this afternoon calling for a ceasefire to the Israel-Palestine war. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with rally-goers and organizers of the event to learn more.
On the streets outside of Maine's capital, members from groups such as Mainers United for Palestine, Maine Voices for Palestinian Rights, the Party of Socialism and Liberation, and other organizations gathered to show their support for a ceasefire in Gaza.
We're here to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people who are being terrorized by Israel, who are enacting a genocide against the Palestinian people.
I'm furious with our government because we know that supporting Israel in this is not in our national interest.
I just want to see an end to the violence, an end to the killing. It's horrifying, and I hope that it stops now.
Humanity, I'm like a human. I can't see the kids being killed. You imagine if that's your son, your nephew.
Attendees say it's not about hatred or anti-Semitism. It's about wanting peace.
These are certainly not anti-Semitic, hateful demonstrations. This is fierce love for humanity that we're talking about.
Don't think it's anti-Semitic, and I don't have any position on how this should be resolved, but I do know that there needs to be an end to the violence.
It's bigger than me and bigger than anyone, so at least I can come here, show my voice, until like this will stop.
According to a recent Reuters poll, 68% of Americans say Israel should call a ceasefire and try to negotiate, showing what they say is a drop in public support for Israel in the conflict. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An organization known for helping the homeless in Bangor has found itself in financial trouble and is now asking for some help to keep their programs running. Our Matthew Jurancic has that story.
Penobscot Community Health Care is looking for a partner to help run the operations of the Hope House Emergency Shelter.
It's become very apparent to the organization that this is not a service line that we can continue to operate safely and efficiently.
The organization has been running the shelter for nearly 13 years since taking it over from Acadia Hospital in 2011. Dwyer says the funding to keep this shelter operating has simply not been attainable.
Over the past decade, it's been a multi-million-dollar loss. Over the past three to 5 years, the losses have really accelerated. And so this year, we're looking at approximately, over $600,000 loss that we're projecting by year end. Next year, we're looking at about over an $800,000 loss in the shelter.
Dwyer says PCHC is actively talking to potential partners, but says whoever comes on board will need to come prepared.
Partnership and funding are going to have to go hand in hand. It's going to be hard for someone to assume ownership of the shelter and just take on those losses as well. So it's really I would say a two-pronged effort.
The oncoming partner would need to deal with the day-to-day operations of the Hope House. PCHC will continue to operate the Hope House Clinic and the transitional housing on the property. With the need this great, Dwyer says the sooner they can get help, the better. In Bangor, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, switching gears now, experts say if you plan on hitting the road this Thanksgiving, you should start getting ready now. That's according to AAA Northern New England. Traffic safety education specialist Tom Baran says they expect a record increase in travelers. He says the key is preparation, and that means getting your car ready now.
We don't want people breaking down and being on the side of the road. That's pretty dangerous. So what we do want to see is people look at their cars this week and then the first of next week. Make sure the tires are good, your battery's good, your fluids are all good in your vehicle.
Well, with all the additional traffic on the road, he suggests planning your routes now and keeping an eye on the weather so you can allow extra time to get there if Mother Nature does not cooperate.
Hancock County students are continuing a Thanksgiving tradition that dates back decades. Our Devin Dagnall has that story.
Everyone's going to be carrying something. You're going to go to each of the cars and put them in where they tell you.
Students at the Hancock County Technical Center have been prepping food for the Ellsworth VFW's annual Veterans and Seniors Thanksgiving meal.
Basically all week.
The spread is a real feast with turkey, rolls, potatoes, gravy, pies, and much more to go around. HCTC culinary instructor Camille Frost says the school has been making these meals since 2000, and every year they've made enough to feed over 100 people.
They do a great job at the school here. Every year we bring in all this raw food, and they put together a fantastic meal, and we take it back over to the post, and then the next day we usually serve around 120 people, seniors and veterans.
Even though organizing, cooking, and serving such a large meal is hard work, HCTC students and VFW workers alike agree it's all worth it. Ellsworth VFW's quartermaster, Randy Mosley, says the meal is the perfect way to give back to the community while honoring those who have served their country.
We want to recognize the veterans, number one, and number two, with the seniors, there are so many that don't have much. And if we can give them a nice meal, one time a year, then if it brightens their holiday season for them, then we're all about that.
HCTC student Jasmine Robb says what is most satisfying is knowing all their work is going to a noble cause.
Because I'm glad it's going to a good cause, and I feel like it's going to someone who actually can't do all the Thanksgiving preparation.
The meal will be held at noon on Saturday at the Ellsworth VFW. In Ellsworth, I'm Devin Dagnall for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow, and that meal just had all the fixins,
yeah.
So I'm sure that those older residents are going to really appreciate it.
That's a mega operation
Yeah.
right there. They're
Yep.
not fooling around.
No, absolutely.
Alrighty, folks, well, let's go ahead and peek outside with a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. All right, mixture of some clouds and sun out there today, but whoa, temperatures were back in the 50s earlier today. Time to roll down those windows and just enjoy that nice breeze hitting your face, because it's not going to last for long. Cold temperatures will be back very soon, and of course, more chances of rain. It's going to be a bit breezy too. Of course, we have gale watches that are in effect and small craft advisories that are in effect once again. We're going to keep an eye on that. Might get extended pretty much right through the weekend, but temperatures, wow, look at this. 54 degrees earlier today here in town, 54 in Bar Harbor, Rockland, same story at 54. A tad bit cooler up north. Of course, Millinocket was at 51. Greenville had more pockets of some colder air, mid 40s outside. But still, for this time of year, that is still well above average all over the state. Not only in the state, though, pretty much all over the country. Look at all this warm air. DC, New York City, they are hanging out in the 60s right now. Boston, back in the 50s and 60s. So a great day to go outside and really just enjoy the nice warm weather, because it will not last for long. Overnight tonight, we're actually going to see decreasing clouds, decreasing temperatures with increasing clouds and more chances of rain starting to move in closer to that 1 to 2 a.m. time frame.
So looking like a little bit of a rainy overnight coming at us.
Just a bit, but
yeah.
Thankfully it'll be warm enough, so that morning coolness won't be too shocking.
Won't be too raw.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, Belfast Colonial Theater is welcoming people back for its grand opening.
After the break, our Doug Banks will join us live with more on how they're celebrating the big occasion. Stay tuned for those stories and more.
Celebrate Maine artisans, sampling and shopping the very best of Maine products at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 18th and 19th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
The clock is ticking on the Toyota year-end closeout. Right now, you can get a 2024 RAV4 with $1,000 financing cash. Toyota, let's go places.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Today's real estate market has changed dramatically.
It's changed in both buying and selling.
There are so many things to keep in mind.
Higher interest rates, property insurance issues, and higher prices.
That's why more than ever, it's important you choose an experienced team.
That's us. We want to help you sell well
and buy well. It's a professional experience from start
to sold.
Skudik & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit SkudikandBloom.com or call 844-SKUDIK.
Football fans, with the Caesars Sportsbook app, you can be in the game all the time. Seeking instant action? Quick Picks offers you the most popular games and markets, already built for you and ready to bet. Experience the thrill when you stack your bets to create a super parlay. Build bets for your favorite teams and players across multiple games. This season, don't just watch the game. Download Caesars Sportsbook and experience the game like never before.
The very best in Maine-made products, prepared and displayed just for you at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 18th and 19th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The Colonial Theatre opened its doors the very same day the Titanic set sail from England, and it's remained a Belfast staple up until its closure on September 18th, 2022.
That's right, and tonight that all changes as the theater invites movie lovers back for its grand reopening, featuring a movie screening 14 months in the making. Our Doug Banks is live tonight and tells us more. Doug?
Thank you, Beth and Peter. Yes, I am outside the Colonial Theatre for the official reopening, where they're showing a screening for people here tonight. As you can see, people are starting to walk in. And with me now is Alice Seeger, president of Hawthorne Collaborative. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks so much, Doug.
So, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. The lights are on. We've been working really hard. We've been meeting once a week since August. The Hawthorne Theater and Arts Collaborative is the not-for-profit community organization that now owns the Colonial Theater. It's been dark for 14 months, and now the lights are on and there's a line outside. I'm so excited.
I know, that must be such a great feeling. And I mean, talk to me a little bit about the work that went into this. I mean, I'm sure it's such a long road to get here.
Well, First, we had to find funders, and we're so grateful to Bill and Libby Catania for making this all possible. And we, as the Hawthorne Theater and Arts Collaborative, actually own the theater, and then we pay a mortgage to Bill and Libby. So they're fantastic in that they stepped up. Otherwise, it wouldn't be possible. But once that happened, we've been meeting every week. We've been meeting every week, and we've been doing everything from applications to buying popcorn to getting the website up. So it's been a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And now the real fun part starts.
And what does this mean for just the community of Belfast to have this back open?
Belfast is a very tight-knit community, and the Colonial Theater is kind of a hub that pulls everybody together. And yes, they can go 45 minutes away and see the same film, but they're not seeing it in their own neighborhood with their friends and their family. And that's what's really important about the Colonial, is that it brings friends and family together. We all have a great time.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for joining us here tonight.
My pleasure.
And hopefully, if you're in this area If you can't make it tonight, that's okay because these doors are not closing anytime soon.
But we could use your help, so we'll see you at the movies.
In Belfast, I'm Doug Banks. This is Alice Seeger for ABC 7 Fox 22 News. Beth and Peter, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Doug.
That looks great. Really bright lights and signage. Looks like an exciting opening night. All right, well, taking a look now at the national headlines, we turn to Republican Congressman George Santos, the freshman lawmaker who represents parts of New York, announcing he won't seek re-election following a scathing House ethics report that found he misused campaign finance funds, and he now faces a new vote to expel him from the House. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
The House Ethics Committee officially filing a resolution to expel Representative George Santos, saying he's not fit to serve in light of a damning investigation by the committee.
Santos is a fraud. He should not be a member of Congress.
Well, he should be expelled. What he has done is violate the public trust. He engaged in election fraud.
The freshman lawmaker remaining defiant, saying he will not seek re-election, but still vowing to finish out the term.
I will take whatever comes my way the way it comes.
This after an explosive report from the House Ethics Committee found the Republican congressman who represents parts of Queens and Long Island sought to fraudulently exploit every aspect of his House candidacy for his own personal financial profit. The 56-page report detailing how he allegedly used campaign funds for things like Botox treatments, trips to Atlantic City, and even to pay his own rent, making purchases at designer stores and on the website OnlyFans, known for its adult content.
Congressman, did you misuse campaign finances?
Please clear the way, blocking entrance.
At one point, his campaign didn't have the money to pay off outstanding debt, one staffer going 8 months unpaid.
There was just so much misconduct. I thought it was just so extensive, so brazen, and so bold that we really had to take action and do it quickly.
Santos has already pleaded not guilty to 23 federal charges, calling the bipartisan report a politicized smear. The vote to expel him would happen after Thanksgiving recess. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
All right, and still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, one of Maine's most iconic store chains finally broadens its reach to Bangor.
And in sports, Lawrence football is gearing up for states, looking for their first title since 2006. We'll have that story right after the break.
Nobody likes to talk about health insurance. It's complicated, expensive, and stressful. But when you join Community Health Options, you have real Mainers in your corner. People who not only know how hard it is out there, but who genuinely want to make it all easier. Easier to enroll, easier to understand, easier to pay for. Because when you put people over profits, life is just better. Enroll today at healthoptions.org.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
With AAA insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow morning, Lawrence football has the chance to bring home a gold ball for the first time in almost 20 years. Tyler Cruz has the story.
The Lawrence Bulldogs are one win away from taking the Class B gold ball back to Fairfield.
We are very passionate about football, and it's been a while since we've had this happen for us, but it definitely would be a great feeling.
Lawrence is gearing up to take on Kennebunk on Saturday at Fitzpatrick Stadium with the chance to win their first state title game since 2006.
Getting back to this point, it's definitely a lot of the hard work we do and the coaching. It's great.
It feels great. I mean, we know this community is always right behind us. They support us, and we know we're playing for our whole community.
And when they look at the Rams, they see themselves staring right back. A strong run team with a great line on both sides of the ball.
But this is a different week. Definitely Kennebunk does a nice job running the football.
But that run game has been the Bulldogs' bread and butter all year.
The run game for us is kind of like how we describe ourselves.
Really opening everything else for their offense.
It's a huge part of the team, and it's such an advantage we have. We have the really strong running backs, and we're able to use it every game. It gives us so much versatility. Our line does a great job opening things up for our running backs. A lot of times we just catch teams sleeping, and they're not expecting the pass, and then we give them a play action, and we throw something over the top.
Lawrence lost Game 1 this season on the road to Bangor before rattling off a few wins in a row and then clashing head-to-head with Leavitt. After falling to the Hornets, who may be one of the best teams in the state, the Bulldogs haven't looked back, starting a win streak the following Friday against then unbeaten Messalonski.
I think it kind of lit a fire under us, and we realized we had to put in the work, and we did. And we definitely made a huge turn, and we've gotten a lot better since that game.
And now that streak is still alive, and the Bulldogs have the chance to do something no Lawrence squad has done in nearly 20 years.
It would feel amazing. Yeah, I know some people on the team that won it that year, so they're obviously hyping us up in the community, so it's great. It's a great feeling.
It would feel great. I mean, it'd be a huge accomplishment. It's not only just for me or the team, it's for the whole town too, so it means a lot.
From Fairfield, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you very much, Tyler. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you so much. Our main weather today is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives one full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. All right, guys. Wow, I kind of want to go out, buy a truck myself with these temperatures in the area. 54 degrees here in town, 54 in Bar Harbor. So great day to go outside and just pretty much do anything on your list for outdoor activity today and not really tomorrow. As temperatures start to cool off, rain back in the area, I know, and then we cool down. 40s by Sunday, 30s making a comeback Monday into Tuesday, slight rebound by Wednesday, and then right back down by Thursday into the 30s once again. So now we're going to enter a cooler temperature pattern that will be sticking around with us for quite some time. But like I mentioned, that rain is just around the corner. Look at this, stretching from Quebec right now all the way down into Toronto, Cincinnati, getting in on some rain. That's going to continue to move east, and of course, we're all going to get rain all throughout the Northeast. But with temperatures in the 50s, some 40s in the area, of course, this will stay mainly a rain event. For our area for now, just increasing clouds, no rain falling at the moment, but just wait. Next several hours, that rain will start to slowly make its way into our region. Then by tomorrow, starts to improve, mainly into Sunday. So by early Sunday morning, that's when we're going to actually see some decrease in clouds clouds. Maybe a couple of snowflakes may mix in on the back end, but as the snowflakes mix in, we're not looking at any accumulations, especially with those temperatures well above freezing. But rainfall-wise, though, a good rainmaker on the way. Around half an inch here in town, and maybe a little bit more in some spots. The coast, Bar Harbor, Machias area, same story, around a quarter to half an inch, mostly sticking around to that half an inch of rain all over Maine. And of course, with those warmer temperatures, not much snow, maybe a little bit of snow up north of the Millinocket area. That's where we're talking possibly a dusting of snow on the back end. But overall, though, just know this will be a rain event. It is a bit windy, though, all over the state. Bar Harbor, 16-mile-an-hour winds. Here in town, 16-mile-an-hour sustained winds. That means wind gusts are, of course, closer to 30. Usually, it's double whatever the sustained wind is. This is on average, and that's kind of what we got going on for now. So winds will be improving, though, by tomorrow into the afternoon hours. A bit breezy still, and then really picking up in intensity by those evening hours. Look at this. Machias, Bar Harbor, over 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So get ready. It's going to be another breezy day, mostly into those afternoon hours. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy skies, continuing to see those increasing clouds. Rain will be moving in later overnight. We're talking maybe 1, 2, 3 a.m. with those gusty winds. Temperatures, though, we're going to see a morning high of around 50 and then cooling off into the 40s. So get ready. It's going to feel a lot colder than it actually looks. It's going to continue to rain as well. And with that wind, the rain will be blown around. Our extended forecast outlook does show lots of sunshine making a return Sunday, Monday into Tuesday with cooler temperatures, though, ahead of more chances of possibly rain and snow Tuesday night, and then mainly rain on Wednesday with more chances of snow on the back end.
All right, Conrad, thanks so much.
Alrighty, and we will be right back.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Something that shouldn't be so hard, finding matching socks. Something else that shouldn't be so hard, finding and enrolling in a health insurance plan that covers things you actually need. Good thing here in Maine, we have CoverMe.gov. Here you can search health insurance options, choose the plan that works for you, and get financial help to pay premiums. A plan that fits, a price that works. We've got you covered at CoverMe.gov. That's CoverMe.gov.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
The clock is ticking on the Toyota year-end closeout. Right now, you could save with 3.99% financing on a Tacoma 4x4. Toyota, let's go places.
We are doing Thanksgiving, and it's going to be full of surprises.
I know what you've been up to.
My God, what?
General Hospital on ABC.
Welcome back. Some big news for Bangor area residents and even bigger news for a Maine-owned department store chain. The Maine adventure is expanding with the opening of a new Rennie's location in Bangor. The former Christmas tree shop at 46 Springer Drive will become the 18th location in the state for the store that boasts selling many Maine-made goods along with some top-name brands. They hope to be open for business in the spring of 2024.
Welcome news indeed. And finally tonight, Bangor Police Department's annual Furry Friends Food Drive is back for another year to help collect donated pet food, which will then be distributed to older adults in the community. The food drive will take place tomorrow morning at Shaw's Supermarket located at 353 Main Street in Bangor from 9 a.m. to noon. Bangor PD will be teaming up with Shaw's Supermarket and Eastern Area Agency on Aging, and they'll be putting their best paws forward in an effort to help older Mainers feed their pets over the cold winter season.
This community is asked to give a lot all the time, and to do this every year and to have the same response that we get every year with people going out of their way because they know the pet food drive is this weekend at Shaw's. Like, hey, I just came here to do this. Everybody loves pets.
They do indeed. Well, people who donate may also participate in a raffle where you could win a prize for your own furry friend. For more information, you can visit the Bangor Police Department's social media pages. Here's hoping they get everything they need and then some.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to do it for us. From everybody here at ABC 7, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.